Hi guys. All right, so this is our week 16 agenda. So up at the top, I put to make sure you follow the green sheet that went home on Friday. We have several for the next 10 days, this week and next. We have a special thing for each day. So I meant to take a photo of it and forgot, but I'll get that sent as soon as I can get my hands on one. And but those did get passed out on Friday. So you can either wear the college shirt or the fifth grade class shirt, um, or if you want to do that special day, whatever that is, feel free or not at all. On Monday, I am going to be on campus, but we are in a PLC meeting all day with the other fifth grade teachers. So each of the teachers will have a substitute for that day. So Miss Kingdom will be with the kids going through the Monday activities with them. And then on Wednesday, we have our end of the unit. So we've been working on poetry, and we have our end of the unit assessment and a math checkpoint on Wednesday for science this week. So I wanted to show you guys this also because we moved around. We used to have intervention time at the beginning of the day. We moved it to the end. So these times are a new reflection of that. So if you do have to make a doctor's appointment or dentist or something like that, if you are able to make it for the end of the day, if preferably after school would be best, but if it needs to be during the day, if you could make it for the afternoon time after lunch, that would be perfect because our main content is all getting covered during the morning time. So the time that was allotted did not change, but we just kind of shifted some things around to where we have that intervention at the end. So science, we start off in the morning, and we are all this week we are talking about the difference between weather and climate, and we'll have different activities to help us kind of differentiate between the two. Then in reading, we are going to continue working on reviewing the poetry terms that we've been talking about. So we've been learning about different rhyming words, rhyme scheme, how poets use figurative language, and all kinds of different things that we've been learning about and applying it to different poems that we've been reading to help with our comprehension of them. And so here's that unit assessment that we'll take. And then we've also been working on Holidays Around the World project, which is in Google Classroom. And I actually need to move it while I'm thinking of it. I'm going to move it up to week 16. All right, so there's that. So the students picked out a country, and later this week they will be getting, it'll be like a paper doll, and it'll be on cardstock so that the students can draw on it easily. They can paint, they can use felt, they can use fabric. But the point is that they decorate the doll, and the clothing is representing the country that they've been studying. So we'll be working on that all this week, and then we will continue for next week also. But I wanted to go ahead and get the dolls out. It'll be, I'm not sure what day, but sometime this week, and so that they could go ahead and get started on that. Then for recess, I've only got a couple students that are bringing a snack each day, and the rest are um, eating things that I'm providing. So I've had parents donate, and I appreciate that so, so much because it's getting very expensive to feed close to 20 kids a day. And I know I don't have to, but they're starving, and it really helps them get through their day when their bellies are full. So if they could bring a snack, that would really help. And just to make sure that they are eating breakfast each day. We don't go to lunch. Our lunch is way down here at, where is it? 12:26 to 12:56. So that's one of the later lunches. So making sure that they eat breakfast and have that snack is important to help them be successful. So I appreciate those that are bringing that in. For writing, each day we have editing and revising practice that we do, and then we are going to continue writing our poem. So all of those poetry terms that I was talking about, we're going to talk about how we can get some of that language into our own poems and make sure that those are strong. And we will be sharing those at a poetry slam. We're going to do it in the library the not this week, but the following week on Wednesday when we go. Speaking of library, make sure you have your books for library. And the kids have been doing some fun stations in the library, so hopefully they're coming home and telling you all about that. And then in math, we are continuing our classifying 2D shapes. So we've been looking at their attributes. So, thinking about, what makes a trapezoid and what's a parallelogram. And so we've got all of these terms um, that we've been using, and it's a pretty long list. So we've been playing lots of games and stuff to kind of reinforce that vocabulary. And this week we'll be going all through that. Each day we've got things to help, um, continue to practice those skills. So the big thing is they need to be able to identify them. And then in fifth grade, they work a lot. Let me show you one here, what I'm talking about. So this here is part of their homework. So, like this one here, when they're classifying, they need to know like which shape has right angles and which one has equal lengths and parallel sides, and some of them have two pairs of parallel sides, some of them have only one pair. So, being able to know which attributes go with what shape, and then this is a really big part is the hierarchy. So in this red shape here, that covers everything. So one of these words, um, each one of the shapes can kind of go under that umbrella. And then there's one over here that, yes, it belongs in the red, but it's separate from these for a certain reason, and it all has to tie back to those attributes. So being able to classify, a square isn't just a square, it's also a parallelogram, it's also a quadrilateral, it's also called a polygon. So just being able to classify them in different ways is something that we've really been practicing. So we'll keep working on those skills throughout this week. And we're doing triangles as well. So with triangles, we've been classifying them by their sides. Are they scalene? Are they isosceles? Are they equilateral? So those terms are new to fifth grade. And then reviewing what they learned from last year by classifying them by their angles. So acute, right, and obtuse, giving them those names as well. So we can have shapes that have they can be classified and given two names. So it could be equilateral and also acute. So lots of practice with that. And so some of the links, all of these that are underlined, those are things that the kids can click on, and then the rest is in their Google Classroom. And then for social studies this week, it's a review week. So the things that we've been talking about, we're going to just go over. So we'll talk about um, just all the things from the first 7 sections, going back kind of leading up to the Revolutionary War. And then that's it. So the rest of the time will be that intervention and enrichment time. We're calling it WIN, what I need. So just getting the kids what they need, whether it is enrichment, challenging them with different things, or intervention, kind of going back and reviewing some things that they might have missed and getting everybody caught up. And let's see, over here in week 16, this is in the Google Classroom under classwork, they have, so here's that holidays around the world. These assignments we'll be doing in class. And then this right here, this I talked about last week, so I'm not going to go over that. I said that I would have it on here for 2 weeks, so there's the second week of that. And then I added this classifying quadrilaterals, so they can do that. So once they finish that, they can turn that in. And then there's a choice board on here that goes with weather and climate. So there's some activities, videos, and just different things on here that they can read about that all tie into weather and climate. And so there's that. And then, oh, I need to also, I've got, where is it? Here it is. I've got some winter holiday countdown activities that I put on here last week that I will add. So, though we don't really have time in class, but those are fun things that they could do at home. And then there's some writing. Again, we're kind of limited on time, but if they want to do this from home, there's some fun writing prompts in there about the holidays that they can do or not do, their choice. And then our choice board is up here. So there are all kinds of things on here. Video supports, if they're having trouble with, the naming of polygons or classifying triangles, there's lots of videos on here to help support what they're doing in math. And then these Khan Academies, if they're ready kind of for what's coming up next, there's things on there that they can do. And I think that is it. So let me know if you have any questions. And here is to a great week 16. So, oh, and just another thing, behaviors, misbehaviors always increase as we get closer and closer to a holiday and time off. So each day, if you can just encourage your kids to come and make good choices and, come in, and especially on Monday when I have a sub, just, making sure that they're being respectful, and just, coming in and doing their job, just like, we clock in and go to work. This is their job and their responsibility. So making sure that they're doing it well, being respectful to myself and their classmates, and everybody will have a great week. So I appreciate it. And again, let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.